morning, dear students. Welcome to the Samagra Shiksha online classes. Myself P. Sarojini Devi, KZBV School, Rambilli, Visakhapatnam. I am dealing the subject of biology. Now let us talk about the lesson plant tissues belongs to the 9th class. In this lesson, we can discuss about what is tissue, the differences in between cell and tissue, and then types of tissues and observation of leaf cells. And in the same way, we can observe in the cells of rheoleaf and then root tip cells observation, and then dicot stem tissues observation, and also we can observe how the roots are growth in that onion bulb, and how can we grown, and then how can we dissect that root tip for the observation of tissues in that root tip. What is tissue? Tissue is a group of cells which are similar in structure and performing same function. If you observe this slide, in the first, if we look at that one, there is a single cell is there. If you observe beside that picture, there are group of cells are there. That is called as tissue, and it is performing the same function in various parts of the plant or animal organisms. This is activity 1. Here, just if we think about a plant, what are the main parts are present in that plant? Yes, you are right. Root, leaves, flowers and green parts, etc. Yes, you are right. If we go to discuss about root, what is the function of root? Yes, it is taking the water from the soil. And if we go for the next part, leaves, what is the function of that leaf? Yes, it is showing the process of photosynthesis for the making of their food for their own. In the same way, another part is also there, that is flower. That flower shows reproduction. Mainly, it shows reproduction. It is very helpful for the generation to generation, means reproduction. It producing again and again. This next important part of the plant is stomata. Stomata is located in leaves. If we are going to discuss about the function of stomata, here gases exchanger takes place, and then it shows transpiration also. In this, for doing many activities, we are using compound microscope, which are seen in this slide. Observe that once. Observe the parts of the microscope. There is a stage and clips and focusing. There are two focusings are there, coarse focusing and fine focusing, and also eyepiece is there to observe that slide with our naked eye. It is very helpful for the observation of various plant tissues. Let us talk about next activity, the observation of cells in onion peel. If you observe the slide, here glycerin is there, needle, dropper, onion, and some of the requirements which are required for the doing of this activity is there. Here, observe this video. Here activity is going on, that is observation of onion peel cells. In this, one by one material is which is required for this activity is taking by her. Observe onion, methylene blue, safranin, brush, slide, forceps, cover slip, glycerin and needle, etc. These are the requirements for the making this activity. And let us go for what is the procedure of the activity, what are the requirements we are using here. We are trying to arrange before along with microscope, and then now take a piece of onion peel with the help of blade, and then after the getting of this peel, keep it in water which is present in the watch glass. When you get thin peels of the onion peels, from that one take one gentle, means thin peel you can select for this activity, and then take one peel, put it on the slide and add a drop of water and add a drop of glycerin, and then add a dye is present here, that is called saffronin, which is in the color of red. After adding all these three, cover with cover slip gently on that material. Now the slide is ready. If stain is higher on your slide, if you feel like that, you can remove that extra stain with the filter paper. After that, you can observe that slide under the microscope. While observing this slide, keep it on the stage of microscope, and then keep clips on that sides of the slide, and just adjust the coarse and fine focusing screws. Then gently observe through your eyes, through the eyepiece which are present on the top of the microscope. You can observe the arrangement of cells. This is the same procedure for other plant tissues observation activities also, which is having in this lesson. We have to follow same procedure for all the activities. To observe the onion peel slide under the microscope, we can observe the shape of cells and the arrangement of cells. Here, let us look at this one. In this, what is the shape of cell here? Yes, you are right. Rectangular shape of cells are present, and then here there is no intercellular spaces are there, and then linearly arranged these cells in this onion peel, and all the cells are similar in their structure. Slide, just observe, it is also the same picture, onion peel cells, but here there is a extra part is present in this diagrammatic representation, that is a round dense part is present, that is called as nucleus. We know very well all the functions are having the under the control of this nucleus. Seems to you in this picture to you? Observe. Yes, some leaves are there. Leaves are from the plant of betel. Yes, these are betel leaves. These are helpful for the observing of leaf cells for our next activity. We are going to next activity, that is leaf peel observation in Tradescantia or betel. In this video you can observe here she is taking leaf and then try to tear it, and then which is having a thin edge. We have to take that thin edge of that leaf and keep that thin edge part which we get from the tearing, keep it on the slide, add a drop of water, add a drop of glycerin, and then add a drop of saffronin and cover it with cover slip. After that one, slide is ready for the observation of leaf peel cells under the microscope. This slide, look at this picture. Are all the cells similar in this? No, not at all. In this, same rectangular shape of cells are there. Epithelial cells are present, and then if you observe in that, chloroplast cells are present, and then stomata is also there. This stomata is already we discussed the function of this stomata. It is helping for the transpiration and then gaseous exchange also. Here next topic is types of plant tissues. Here two types of plant tissues are mainly present. One is meristematic tissues and next one is permanent tissues. What is meristematic tissue? Which is having the capability of dividing in growth regions in various plant parts, that is called as meristematic tissue. And the next one is, if we are going to discuss permanent tissues, the tissue which do not have the ability to divide, that tissue is called as permanent tissue, but in sometimes they also having the dividation, means sometimes they maybe can divide. This is called as permanent tissue. This flow chart, in this types of tissues, two types are there. One is meristematic tissues and second one is permanent tissues. In first one, again dividing three types of tissues, means meristematic tissues are differentiated into three types. They are apical, intercalary and lateral meristems. And in the same way, in permanent tissues, there are two types of tissues are there, simple and complex. In simple tissues, here parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma tissues are there. And going to the next complex tissues, we can observe here two types of tissues are there, xylem and phloem. In the same way, simple tissue, one of the simple tissue that is called as parenchyma is again performing their function in a different way, means on the basis of performing their functions, these are also differentiated into three types. Our next activity is growing roots. Observe the slide. There are onions are there. We have to take a wide mouthed bottle It is based on the size of onion. We have to arrange correctly. Take some of the water with that glass and then keep the onion inverted position on that glass. Just we have to allow the water to touch that bulb backside part, means growing region. Leave it 6 or 7 days. We can observe every day a whitish long slime root like structures are growing in this one. By the taking of these root cells, we can observe cells in root tip under the microscope. After the 6 or 7 days, we can take it out and observe the slide. In this whitish long root like structures are there. We can take those roots on the slide and just add a drop of water, drop of glycerin and drop of saffron in and cover with cover slip. Then gently press it with the adding of 4 or 5 filter papers on that tissues. By this doing activity, by the tapping like this, just tissue is spreading. By the spreading of this tissue, we can easily observe the cells which are present in that tissue and types of meristematic tissues also. Mainly 4 types of tissues are there. One is meristematic tissue and the next one is dermal tissues, and then third one is ground tissues, and the fourth one is vesicular tissues. Talk about first type of tissue, meristematic tissues. Simply they are living and they have the capability of dividing throughout their life, and if you observe these cells, there are no intercellular spaces, and then on the position of where they are present in that plant, on the basis of that issue, here we named 3 types of meristematic tissues are there. One is apical meristematic tissue, and next one is lateral meristematic tissue, and the third one is intercalary meristematic tissue. Meristematic tissue helps in the growth of primary and secondary growths of a plant tissue. And then if we are going to talk about the first meristematic tissue, that is apical meristematic tissue, it is mainly present in root and shoot tips. Lateral meristem at the regions of vesicular places. Intercalary meristem is present at leaf bases and then stem nodes, internodes, etc. See this slide. In this already we discussed apical meristematic tissue, lateral meristematic tissue and intercalary meristematic tissues are present. Here epidermal layers are there and then root hairs are present. In this root tip, vesicular cylinder is there, and here 3 zones are also seen to you: zone of maturation and zone of elongation and zone of cell division also. All those 3 main tissues are present in this root tip. Already we discussed how can we get these root tips. By the growing of onion roots for 6 or 7 days, we can take it and then keep it on slide and cover with cover slip, and then gently press with 4 or 5 filter papers, keeping on them by pressing. After that, the tissues are just spreading over. Then it is ready to observe under the microscope. The next slide, we can observe all the three meristematic tissues again in shoot tip also. Here it is the diagram showing shoot tip. In this shoot tip also having three regions. Those three regions are also having apical meristem, lateral meristem and intercalary meristematic tissue. In next slide, here dicot stem TS is present. Here diagrammatic representation is there. For the observation of various tissue types in this dicot stem, we can take dicot stem and then take very thin cross sections by the using of blade. Make 4 or 5 sections in thin manner and keep it in watch glass which is having water. After that one, take a thin section on that slide and add a drop of water and drop of glycerin and saffronin and gently cover with cover slip. Now the temporary slide is ready to observe all those 4 types of tissues, means the outer layer which is having meristematic tissue. In the next one, the tissue which is present is dermal tissues. These dermal tissues are having stomata also. And the next one is in the center part of this stem tissue. If we observe, ground tissues are seen to you, and then in the surroundings of this ground tissue, vesicular bundles are seen to you. Vesicular bundles means this is the transportation tissue, helps to transportation of water and food from one part to the one part in plants, and this tissue is called as vesicular tissue. Before we discussed meristematic tissues, and the second tissue type is dermal tissues. In this dermal tissues, these are the outer tissue which is present, the outer parts of the plant. It protects the plant from water loss and injury also. If you observe these cells in this tissue, cell walls are thicker and then it consists of 3 layers: epidermis, mesodermis and endodermis. It protects the plant from water loss due to the transpiration. Example is acacia and neem. If you observe the dermal tissues of this neem and acacia secretes gummy substances. We are using these gummy substances in binding section also, and it helps in medicine making also. In the next activity, observation of leaf peel cells in Rio plant. Observe the plant. Here in Rio plant, 2 colors are there. Abaxial side and adaxial side having different colors, purple and green color. In this purple and green color, we can find it easily at anywhere. We can collect this Rio plant and just tear it with a single stroke. We can collect whitish edge of the leaf part and take it on the slide, and as usual procedure is there. Add a drop of water, add a drop of glycerin and just add a drop of saffron and then gently cover with cover slip. Then slide is ready. Observe under the microscope. If you observe these Rio plant leaf peel cells, in this arranged cells are arranged linearly. there are no intercellular spaces are present. In this, stomatal cells are also present in this epithelial cells. These epidermal cells are interrupted by stomata. Observe next slide. Yes, it is stomata. Already you learnt in lower classes. In this stomata structure, bean-shaped cells are there. They are called as God cells. These God cells are covered with epidermal cells, and subsidiary cells are also present in this. If you observe at the middle of this stomata, stomatal aperture is also there. The stomata is functionally very helpful to the plant. It involves in the transpiration and gaseous exchange also. In 4 main plant tissues, already we discussed 2 tissues. One is meristematic tissue and second one is dermal tissue, and the third one is here permanent tissues are there. 2 types of permanent tissues are there: simple permanent tissues and complex permanent tissues. In simple permanent tissues, here are differentiated into 3 types: parenchyma, cholenchyma and sclerenchyma. And in the same way, complex permanent tissues are differentiated into 2 types: xylem and phloem. Observe the flow chart here. Here clearly seen to you. This simple tissues comes under the ground tissues. Ground tissue cells may be living or dead. They lost the capacity to divide. They are maybe from simple or complex tissues. These ground tissues distributed throughout the plant body. They have large intercellular spaces and thin cytoplasmic nature and contains nucleus also. They are produced by meristematic tissue mainly. Here this ground tissue is again differentiated into 3 types: parenchyma, cholenchyma and sclerenchyma. First ground tissue is parenchyma. In this, parenchymal cells are arranged loosely. Mainly they are living cells having many of intercellular spaces. Cells are oval, spherical or polygonal in manner, and these cells are made up of cellulose. Parenchyma mainly divided into 3 types. 3 types of parenchymal tissues. In first one is chlorenchyma. Here there is a meaning. Chloro means green. This tissue is in the color of green, means having chloroplasts. Means this chlorenchyma is very helpful for the making of their food for their own. Means involved in photosynthesis. And next we are going to talk about aerenchyma. Means here air spaces are there, very helpful for the plants for the floating on the water. And the third one is storage tissue. This storage tissue is helpful for the storage of food materials. Tissue is cholenchyma. Observe the picture here. By the observing of these cells, we can easily make some points. This tissue is also living. If you observe cells, they are longer cells. Here also having a small number of intercellular spaces. Means very little intercellular spaces are there. Here cell wall is made up of extracellulose. Here cells are thick walled, and this tissue is giving tensile strength to the plant, and then also giving the mechanical strength also to the plant. Third ground tissue is sclerenchyma. Here scleren means strong. Here cells are compactly arranged. Mainly it is dead tissue. There are no intercellular spaces are present, means here intercellular spaces are absent. Cells are thick walled, and mainly this tissue gives the mechanical strength to the plant. In the next slide, observe here 3 types of tissues are there. In this 3 tissues are presented as diagrammatic manner, means LS and TS. TS means transverse sections of those tissues, and then LS means longitudinal sections are there. At the upper side they are giving TSS, and the lower side they gave the diagrammatic representations of LSS. We can observe the arrangement of cells, thickness of cells, and then intercellular spaces which are present or absent. All those characters we can easily identify. 4 main tissue types in plants. Already 3 types of tissues are discussed. One is meristematic tissue, and the second one is dermal tissues, and the third one is ground tissues, and the last one, fourth one is vesicular tissues. These vesicular tissues are helpful in the transportation. Which tissue helps in transportation of food and water is called as vesicular tissue. This vesicular tissue is again differentiated into 2 types of tissues. One is xylem and other one is phloem. If we are going to know about the xylem tissue, this tissue is mainly helps for the conduction of water and minerals from root part to the apical parts of the plant. In this only xylem parenchyma is living, and in this xylem vessels, tracheids, xylem parenchyma, and then xylem fibers are present, but only xylem parenchyma is living tissue in this xylem. See this TS of dicot stem. In this, vesicular bundles are arranged in 1 by 1. In this vesicular bundles, 2 tissues are present. Inner side of the vesicular bundle, xylem tissue is present, and outer side of the vesicular tissue, outer side of the vesicular bundle is phloem. These vesicular tissues are not only present in dicot stem, it is present in monocot stem also, and monocot dicot roots also. In both root and stem are also having these vesicular tissues for the conduction of water and food materials, minerals from main part to the other parts of the plant. Arrangement of vesicular bundles are different in monocot stem and dicot stem. Observe here in monocot stem, vesicular bundles are in scattering manner. In dicot stem, they are arranged in a circular. And observe the locations of xylem tissue and phloem tissue in a vesicular bundle. All those vesicular bundles are called as vesicular tissue. Look at this slide. In this, elements of xylem and phloem are present. In xylem elements already discussed, tracheids, vessels, and xylem parenchyma are present. Only xylem parenchyma is living, and we can observe the elements which are present in phloem are also present in the diagrammatic representation. Next vascular tissue is phloem. Phloem is for the conduction of food material from the leaves to the other parts of the plant. It consists of sieve tubes, sieve cells, companion cells, etc. Fiber cells and parenchymal cells are also present. Here, sieve cells, sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem, parenchyma are living. Next, if we are going to discuss about an interesting fact belongs to the xylem. This xylem tissue is conducting from water transport in eucalyptus up to 200 feet, and in redwood 330 feet it is going on. Here all the concepts are covered. I mean, what is tissue and main types of tissues means meristematic tissues and permanent tissues, and then the differentiation of various tissues and cross sections of plant, dicot and monocot stems and roots, and then various activities for the observation of cells in leaf and onion bulb, etc. And in the same way, the difference in between or among parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma, etc. and xylem and phloem also. I thought you can understand this lesson up to this what I have said so far to you. And here lastly I want to give you an assignment. Here 2 games and puzzle links are given in the description also. Observe both of you. In this first one is matchup, means here different tissues pictures are given to you, and you can match up with the titles of those pictures which tissue is belongs to which one, means which name is belongs to that particular diagrammatic representation to you. And the next one is next link is for multiple choice questions, means you can pair which one is the right answer. Play after the understanding this concept, it is very helpful to you. Please make this assignment well. You can open this link in your mobile phones easily, and then you can attempt good confidence also. Okay, thank you. Stay tuned to this Samagra Shiksha online classes. Thank you.